Imagine a single gunshot echoing through a quiet European street. A sound so small, yet so powerful, that it pulled the entire world into darkness. In 1914, people believed war was an adventure. Soldiers left home wearing clean uniforms, waving to cheering crowds. Leaders promised victory in weeks. But what followed was something humanity had never seen before. Endless trenches filled with mud and blood. Poison gas floating silently across battlefields. Machine guns tearing through thousands of lives in minutes. This was not just a war between armies. This was the war that reshaped nations, destroyed empires, and changed the future forever. This is the story of World War I, the war meant to end all wars. World War I, also known as the Great War, was fought from 1914 to 1918. It involved more than 30 countries, affected every continent, and resulted in over 16 million deaths. But this war did not begin overnight. It was the result of years of tension, political rivalries, military ambitions, and dangerous alliances that turned Europe into a ticking time bomb. To understand how the world exploded into war, we must first understand why Europe was already on edge. Historians often explain the causes of World War I using the word MAIN, militarism. European nations were building massive armies and navies. Germany and Britain competed fiercely, especially at sea. Military power became a symbol of national pride. Alliances, countries formed defensive agreements, promising to protect one another. Europe was divided into two major groups: the Allies, Britain, France, Russia. The Central Powers, Germany, Austria-Hungary, Ottoman Empire. If one country went to war, others would be dragged in automatically. Imperialism. Powerful nations wanted colonies for resources and influence. This created rivalry, jealousy, and conflict across Europe and beyond. Nationalism. People felt extreme pride in their nation and hatred toward others. In the Balkans, nationalist movements were especially dangerous. All Europe needed was a spark. That spark came on June 28, 1914. Archduke Franz Ferdinand, heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, was assassinated in Sarajevo by a Serbian nationalist named Gavrilo Princip. Austria-Hungary blamed Serbia and declared war. Because of alliances, Russia defended Serbia. Germany defended Austria-Hungary. France and Britain joined Russia. Within weeks, Europe was at war. At first, many believed the war would be short. Germany launched the Schlieffen Plan, aiming to defeat France quickly by invading through Belgium. But Belgium resisted, and Britain entered the war. The German advance was stopped at the Battle of the Marne. What followed shocked the world. Instead of movement, the war became stuck. Both sides dug deep trenches, stretching hundreds of miles. Life in the trenches was a nightmare. Soldiers lived in mud and freezing water. Rats fed on dead bodies. Disease spread rapidly. Between the trenches lay No Man's Land, a deadly open space filled with barbed wire and corpses. Attacks often meant charging straight into machine gun fire. Battles like Verdun and the Somme killed millions, yet gained only a few miles of land. War had become a meat grinder. World War I introduced modern industrial killing. Machine guns could kill hundreds in minutes. Poison gas attacks caused blindness, choking, and slow death. Tanks first used to cross trenches and break stalemates. Submarines, U-boats. German submarines sank enemy ships without warning. War was no longer heroic. It was mechanized slaughter. For years, the United States remained neutral. But German U-boats sank American ships. The final straw was the Zimmermann telegram, where Germany asked Mexico to attack the US in 1917. America entered the war. Fresh troops, supplies, and morale changed everything. In 1918, Allied forces launched a massive final attack. Germany, exhausted and starving, could no longer continue. But on November 11, 1918, an armistice was signed. The fighting stopped, but the damage was beyond repair. The Treaty of Versailles punished Germany harshly: loss of territory, military restrictions, heavy war reparations. Germany was humiliated and economically destroyed. Many historians believe this treaty planted the seeds for World War II. Empires collapsed: German Empire, Austro-Hungarian Empire, Ottoman Empire. The world map was redrawn. World War I changed everything. It changed how wars are fought. It changed politics, borders, and societies. And it changed the lives of millions forever. It was called the War to End All Wars.